Yo, what it do?
What it is?
And welcome back.
What up? What up?
Welcome back to the Third Coast.
Yo, number one spot. Everything that's fun.
Number one spot. Everything that's fun.
Yes, something to say, rating?
Well, I mean, there's one thing you definitely getting from here, but we ain't gonna talk about
everything
that.
fun.
Yeah, not everything fun.
Everything current in news and media.
There we go.
Social and otherwise.
Man, what is a good opener? We usually talk more before we start.
Well, yeah. No, I was discussing the Anthony Edwards situation with Ryan before you got here. And, you know, I think we broached that topic a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, we did.
And if I'm not mistaken, my position was kind of like, you know, he has a right to not want to be there. Mm-hmm. It's his prerogative. Is it messed up? Yeah, but, you know, whatever. And then, you know, Ryan mentioned, I don't know if we talked about it either, but how during her whole pregnancy process, she tried to
Move to LA.
Yeah, say she moved to LA and then filed for support there so she could get more money. But of course, Anthony had proof that she really lived in Atlanta.
The child was conceived in Georgia, and all of that.
Yeah,
which is crazy to think about.
So, but then the news dropped that Anthony Edwards has paid his child support order in one lump sum in full. I think it was $1,080,000.
Like $1.8 million.
Nah, not 1.8. It was like $1,080,000, right?
Something around there.
Yeah, it wasn't quite that much, which I'm surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't more, if I'm being honest. For the rest of the child's life.
No, it's 5,000. It's 5,000 a month for 18 years.
That's
so 5,000.
You're right on the money, by the way.
That's exactly light, though.
For how much he makes.
For how much he makes, that's light.
But hey, man, whose side are you on?
It's not about how much he makes. It's how much the state allows.
Gotcha.
Oh,
gotcha.
Okay. The state, it has a max of 5,000.
That explains exactly.
But the fact is that she's so forward thinking, like, let me get my ass up and move to LA so I can get some more money.
That's crazy.
Like $5,000 isn't already enough to live off of.
So now, like, I'm kind of at this place where it's like, like, how do you live with yourself as a man to know that you pay money to not have anything to do with your child? And then in Anthony Edwards' situation, it's unique because he's famous. So, like, how do you, as a mother, because when your child starts asking about their father, how do you say, that's your dad on TV? He's on TV every other night. And he just don't want nothing to do with you. And as a man, you got to live with that. And live with the fact that you paid $1,080,000 to not be a father.
Yeah,
that's the cost in Georgia.
And it's not. You're crazy.
That's the cost of not being a father in Georgia. $1,080,000. That's insane.
But it's like, you know, like,
how do you keep saying the wrong number?
No, he said it right that time.
He said 100. Oh, one. Okay, I thought he said 180,000.
No, he said it right that time. But yeah, like, how do you do that? Like, how do you live with yourself as a man?
He don't care. But he hates his woman enough, bro. Just imagine, like, the court say you got to pay $5,000 a month in child support. There's not a lot of people to be like, oh, yay, great. He said, I'll one up you. How much is it to pay the full balance? And to pay it off right then and there, the amount of disdain you have to have for somebody.
Okay, go ahead.
To not even want to mess with them. Like, here you go. Here's the money. Bye.
I mean, because I'm not thinking of the kid part, honestly. Because I know what he said, but honestly, I don't count that. Like, you can say whatever you're gonna say. Once that kid get here or whatever, if he sees a child, it might change. I'm not gonna judge on that right now, but I would say that his behavior is towards the woman, and like from my perspective, because y'all know I'm divorced and everything, and I saw it, I was like, That's kind of gangster. Because this is like, I can still see the kid, but I don't have to worry about like communicating with
you. But you have to judge him on that because he's already vocalized that he doesn't want anything to do with the child.
You're right about that.
He already got kid.
Yeah, and it's not like he doesn't want to be a father, period. He don't want to be a father to that one. And that's crazy to me. So your son or daughter can never come over and see their siblings. They can't have dinner with you. They can't get to know you. They can't get to know the other side of the family. They don't get to have a relationship with you. You don't get to invest into them, the knowledge and the tools and the things that you, all because you didn't want to have the baby with the person that you laid up with without protection. That's a whole other thing. It's like, bro, wear a condom or get a vasectomy if that's how you feeling.
Especially with the type of woman that he dealing with.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you knew when you laid down, you knew when you met up with her, wherever you met up with her, it's like, I'm just here to get some. There's no way I want to have a baby with this kid, with this girl. So wear a condom, bro. Like,
go get a vasectomy, dog.
Do something. They have male contraceptive now. I don't know how effective it is, but you got money, bro. Do the research. Like, what's going on? Like, why do we get here to where we just like we paying to create a broken home? That's wild.
He has the money, and it's the second thought.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
We've been paying. It's just, it's Anthony Edwards. That's all.
But it's different though. We can't say it's the same situation. Like, for him to say, I want nothing to do with the child, like that's not your situation. That's not.
No, I'm not even judging off my situation. I'm saying that there's plenty of other people out there. Like, this isn't. He's the only person that's done this. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but she knew this going into it though, so there's some accountability on her end as well. He told you several times before you had the child, after you had the like.
So y'all believe in abortions in that sense?
In that situation, that should have happened.
I believe in them. Period.
I don't.
You don't?
Not in that situation. I feel like y'all was having fun. Y'all was doing what y'all was doing, and y'all weren't thinking about the consequences. And you have a child now. I don't think you should be privy to an abortion in that situation. I think if your life is on the line, or if you're if it's a product of rape or something like that, then yes. But you dicking around and now you want to have an abortion, like, no, deal with your mistake or your new opportunity. Like, I don't think you should be privy to an abortion in that sense.
I mean, I think you should,
and that's why Republicans are getting the one up on us. Well, when I say us, I mean Democrats. It's because there's a lot of people that feel that way. It's like, and then it's like they're taking it to the extreme where it's like, let's outlaw it altogether.
Right.
But then you got a lot of people that straddle the fence. Like, no, I don't believe it. You should outlaw it altogether. But for men and women that just aren't being responsible, like, nah, that is a little immoral, in my opinion. Like, you had a baby.
I would say I agree. Because I don't believe I don't think life happens at insemination. I think life happens at birth. So,
well, I never argued that.
So that's why I don't have a problem. Like if that's a decision that they both can agree on, then
yeah, that's my standpoint.
But it's another thing when she says, I want to keep it. Yeah, that's what. And I don't know if that was his situation where it was like, I'm keeping this. But a lot of times women of her background use that as leverage to finance their lifestyle, their way of living. It's a way to secure a meal ticket. It is. Let's just call it what it is.
The gears turning, but I agree with Ryan.
Okay.
Because she knows she's always going to be taken care of because he got the money. So there's no one, like, financially there are no worries.
Okay. Let's say I don't know, because I'm not trying to draw an equivalency. I'm trying to draw an equivalency to making a mistake. So let's say, I don't know, let's say you run a red light and you hit somebody. Should you be privy to having the costs of that accident expunged from your responsibility simply because or should you have to pay for that mistake? Whether that's paying an insurance claim, doing some jail time, paying a ticket, whatever that looks like.
Hey man, I ain't going.
It's not really a good example.
How is it not?
And then, I mean, I'm going to speak on my self-interest, man. Like, I get what you're saying morally, but heck yeah, I would love, because I would see it as a miracle. Like, look at here, I have an out to this horrible situation. I would have had to go to jail. I would have had to pay these fees. I would have had to pay for these damages. I would have had,
not saying that you wouldn't be grateful for it. I said, do you think that you are privy to it? Do you think you deserve that?
Deserve? Nah.
You ran a red light, so
not.
you knew you were breaking the law. You knew 100% what that comes with and the dangers of running a red light, and you chose to do it anyway, and you hit somebody. You gotta pay. I think it's the same thing. If you're having sex with somebody unprotected, none of y'all are on birth control or tubes, ties, or vasectomies, you know what could come with that. So if you get pregnant, I don't think you should be privy to an abortion. And people like use insurance to pay for that. No, I don't.
And I was going to say,
I don't agree with that, bro. I think it's a line. I think abortions should be a medical thing to save a life. But
what about saving people from the trauma of, what if the finances aren't there? What if the emotional health isn't there?
You got to make better decisions then. That's the same thing with running the red light. It's the same thing.
But see, the thing is...
Because all you have to do is give birth. There's adoption agencies. You can give the child up. You don't have to be there.
But see, the thing is with that, though, like, I get what you're trying to do. Like, you have to have a consequence for every action. I think that's what you're trying to get at. Like, I get that. But there is a consequence for having an abortion, too. Like, you have to deal with that as the father and as the mother. So like, it's not like you get off scot-free, everything's hunky-dory, everything's fine. Like, there are complications that come with having an abortion. And
you did have to pay for said abortion. I would agree with not having it covered by insurance. That's a good one.
So you still are paying a price. There still are after effects of that.
Right.
Now, I think everybody should have the choice. Mm-hmm. And it should be it should be signed off between the two people involved. That's still not saying that you're not taking accountability. The accountability of taking that is now you have to go through life knowing that one, you aborted a child. Number two, you made a mistake that you should have been more careful with. Number three, she has to deal with the pain that comes with having an abortion that lasts for damn near 2-3 days. Like, it's unbearable. So like there's things you have to deal with. Like, so there are consequences for making that decision. There are things that you still have to be responsible for if you do decide to do that. Now, should you be allowed to? I think, yeah, why not?
Then I guess the argument goes to when is life?
And that's what I was saying. I believe life happens at birth. I don't believe life happens at inception.
Birth?
Yes, at birth. Right.
What about 8 months? You don't think that's life?
No. It's not birth. They're not out walking around. They're not dependent upon, like, I don't believe personally that, because you can't count on your tax return, can you?
What does that have to do with living?
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying that, like, they're still life. Like, you can have a baby at 8 months. Just because they're not out of your stomach doesn't mean it's not life. Okay. So then, at what point?
At coming to term, having birth.
That's what I'm saying. Then it gets dicey. That argument gets dicey because at what point do we say, because we know what it takes to?
Well, they say you can't have an abortion after 6 months anyway.
Right.
So let's just throw that out there. You can't have one after 6 months. So my thing is, either you deciding within that first month
trimester
or not. That first month is really when she lets you know, hey, I'm pregnant. Okay, what are we going to do? Either you're going to have it or you're not. If you're not, let's go ahead and do what we're going to do. If we are, let's put things in place so it'll be ready, you'll be healthy, whoop-de-whoop. If that's the case.
I don't know. I do think it's also some responsibility of the government to be of assistance in situations. If you're gonna outlaw abortion, then you should be assisting mothers, single mothers, rape victims.
Mm-hmm. I agree with
stuff like that. Even 2-parent households. Y'all should be helping. If people can't make the decision not to have a child once they're pregnant, then you should be helping in some way. Speaking of the government, bro,
it's getting crazy.
Them tariffs.
I don't what. Where is the light at the end of this tunnel? Because
4 years.
Not even.
This is so bad that it won't be fixed in 4 years, bro.
Joe ain't fixed nothing Trump did last time.
Right. And matter of fact, bro, you got to think about it. Like where these prices are about to go, even if the tariffs just disappear, they still won't drop the price because, like, well, y'all used to paying it. Like, y'all used to it now. Go ahead. That's what they did with everything else. That's what they did with gas. That's what they do with everything.
No, they tried to do that during COVID. Remember, they tried to keep the prices up, but things eventually started to come down.
They did, but they never went back to normal, bro. This is new
it's
normal.
never gonna go back to normal.
It went down a little bit. Yeah, no, we have not seen de-inflation. No, we have not at all. And so yeah, it's gonna make everything worse, bro. But I'm surprised how loud people are being with how upset they are and how, like, taking it out on Musk and these Teslas. That's actually surprising to me.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah,
Doesn't that works for them?
That's just kind of dumb.
Matter of fact, let me see what they just, because I think they said they had somebody run up on them.
Just stop buying Teslas. If you have stock, sell it. Mm-hmm. Like, there are other ways to do that.
Yeah,
but these are probably people that can't afford a Tesla. Anyway. They don't want a Tesla anyway. Or don't have one anyway. So
making somebody else's life miserable.
Yeah, I got a cousin that said he's on site at a factory near the airport. They have cops, sheriffs on site every day. Some idiot did drive through the front gate and made his way inside the lobby about 2 months ago, demanding to speak with Elon. This is in Austin at the Gigafactory.
That's crazy.
So I don't know, bro. This is
he lost so much money, bro.
Do I agree with Elon being in the position that he's in? No,
not at all. Why is he making all these decisions?
But yeah, I don't agree with Elon being in the position that he's in. Like, it don't make sense. Mm-mm. No experience, no government,
and throwing him so much information, bro. Like, that's so much
that he could take privately. And yeah, I don't know how. Can only do so much.
Yeah, talking to my future brother-in-law, he's like, I am sure that somebody in the mix of all this is going to end up in jail after this term. He's like, I mean, it's not going to be Trump, obviously, but somebody very high up is going to end up in jail.
And they ain't gonna do nothing but bail them out next time, give them pardons, like what Trump did.
And two, like, a point I wanted to make is the reason why it ain't gonna be fixed in 4 years, and the reason why Joe wasn't able to do much in the last 4 years he had, is because when Trump was in office, he sold up the other houses. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to get stuff done when the Senate and the judiciary committee, or whatever you want to call them, judges, the Supreme Court,
all
is mostly Republican.
Yeah. Well, he appointed that other judge too.
You know, and he changed the balance, because I think it was tied or whatever it was. Yeah, and he opened up a new spot. Yep. So we are literally playing against
time.
The field. Yep.
Oh, and
it's not even time, because those are forever seats.
But y'all heard Trump say he is not playing about running for a third term. He said he is not playing.
Well, too bad. Can't overwrite the Constitution, everybody.
We'll see.
Right.
Nah, dog.
I
think there's too many.
You can always make amendments.
Die by America. That's going to be like, we're going to usurp the Constitution just for him. Out of every single American individual, I understand he's trying, but like, out of every single individual that's come through the American pipeline, you think they're gonna do that for him?
They already tried. On January 6th, they tried to overthrow the election. We had a constitution, we had an election, he lost, and he had a mob of people storm the Capitol.
Yeah, but nothing really happened because they stormed the Capitol.
People died. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about
people went to jail.
No, I'm talking about in terms of law.
Well, yeah, but
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
about. Even the attempt. We don't want people to die. We don't want.
Of course, I don't want nobody to die. But what I'm saying is, it's like a dog barking. You walk by him and he may get loose, and you got to run across the street.
I don't know. Yeah. May get loose. That's exactly right now. The dog is loose. It's just rather not he run up on you when you step outside. That's what the situation is right now. The dog is loose. Pop. But I think
there's too many. Is it Zionists? Is this the correct term? That are just live, die by America. Like nah, you're not above this. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, man. I mean, hopefully things go according to the original plan.
In other lighthearted news,
what you got?
Can we jump into gaming real quick and we can backdoor follow up with some shows last?
Oh, okay, I like it. Let's mix it up.
What you got with the gaming, bro?
Yeah. Hey, man, did y'all hear about Nintendo and what they're doing?
You talking about the Switch 2?
Yes.
I know it's out. I know there's news. I haven't looked at the news, so I'm happy you know, so you can let me know.
$495 for the new model.
No.
$500.
Incorrect. It's $449.99 for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's $499.99 for the Nintendo Switch 2 with Mario Kart.
With Mario Kart?
Yes.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's worth it.
So yeah. So if you just want the system, it's $450.
But okay, so Nintendo went there.
Yeah.
Get this. They're thinking about charging
was it $80
for the digital copy of Mario Kart and $90 for the physical copy.
$90 for Mario Kart, bro.
Yo, we can't let this happen.
Well, that's because
they're gonna mess it up for everybody.
Well, the thought is because there's a rumor coming out that
I won't be playing nothing.
That GTA is going to be $100.
I won't be playing nothing.
Not they bet not.
There's a rumor coming out that GTA is going to be $100, and that now a lot of these gaming companies are now thinking about increasing the price of games because of that. Like they're almost like resetting the market of how much games should cost
again,
because
the market always gets reset, bro.
That is big facts,
and it's sickening. It's scary.
It's disgusting.
I remember when the most expensive game was like $39. Then it jumped up to $49.
Yeah, I remember when games were $29.
Yeah, $20.
I remember picking up games for $19.99.
Greatest hits.
New.
Brand. New. Now, I'm not talking about you. Brand new. Fuck Olan.
I'm not gonna lie.
Toys R Us. I used to get games out of Toys R Us all the time.
Walmart.
I now remember. Oh no, they did have stuff $17.99.
Yeah, bro. Greatest hits. But yeah, bro. Like that's ridiculous, bro. Like I first off, I'm getting older and I'm realizing like I get tired way faster now. So I don't be having the time that I used to have to be on the game. So I would like to be. So to spend that much money. And then don't let them have some type of in-game offer or some in-game reward system, pay-to-play type thing where, you know, you could build up your car or different worlds, unlock new maps. Like that's just adding more funds to it. I was
going to say, you already know that's going to be a thing because they're not going to do GTA and not do GTA Online again, bro. They're going to do that again for sure. So you're going to have your shark cards and all that good stuff for GTA for sure.
Yeah, so I saw that news came out today, and I was just like, I was shaking my head. Like, what are we doing, guys? Like, what are we doing?
And I just thought about it too. Nintendo, well, okay, because they're Japanese.
Yeah.
So, but I would imagine they're still hit by a tariff. I
mean, would you pay that, bro? $450 for that?
Yeah.
I was about to say it kind of depends.
PS5 was $500.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I saw that and I was like, this I got to bring that to the table because I'm not paying that. I'm sorry. $450, bro.
Cause like you said, it's still cheaper than the other next gen consoles. And honestly, I'm kind of proud of them. I'm kind of proud of them for stepping their game up because that, like, I'll have big expectations.
Well,
paying that price, bro.
When you dock it, it has the ability to run up to 4K 120. I don't know what it's gonna run on the actual screen.
Got you.
There's also something weird going on with the way you download games. Some kind of new USB card or SD card. I'm sorry. I forget what it's called. You got to look it up. But yeah, man.
Okay, so the Series X is still going for $500.
Yeah,
brand new.
Nintendo always gonna be cheaper. That's their whole thing.
But can it be like $250?
Bro, the first Switch was what, $4?
I never had
$399.
I never had
$399
for the OLED.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's too rich for my blood.
Is it?
It is.
Okay, is it?
I mean, it is for a Switch. But you got an Xbox.
Yeah, but I ain't got no PS5. I'd rather get a PS5 before I get a.
Hey man,
So
I
it's
bought
too rich for
two.
your butt for
Yeah, because I can do more with the PS5 than I can with the Nintendo.
I've bought 2 Switches at this point. Wait, no, that would make 3. I bought 3 Switches, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, I bought 2.
really?
Yeah.
Pokemon, bro. Literally, Pokemon sold me Switch, bro. And don't get me wrong, I got a couple other games, but yeah, Pokemon was what made me buy the Switch, though. But yeah, man, I think it's a good time. We moving into some Daredevil.
Nah.
No.
Well, maybe I'll save it for my Gears, but Marvel Rivals has been blowing me, bro. Like,
I haven't played
that game.
I actually have a lot of things.
Has the new season started yet?
No.
Sheesh.
No, April just started, bro. I think we got 2 weeks. We talked about this.
How long ago was that?
That was last week.
Bro, time, it moves different now, bro.
So you gonna save it, or we talking Rivals? I got a few things I can say about.
Well,
Rivals.
let's congratulate. Can we get a hand clap of praise
Praise
for the Lord Quad
Lord.
Appreciate
Quad
that,
Lord.
man.
You know?
I wasn't even gonna talk about that.
Tell
I
the
have other
people-
things.
Tell the people, yeah.
Tell the people what you got, Lord, man.
You know, I got Penny. That was my first.
Uh-huh.
Aw,
We got
popped your chair.
Pop My Chair with Penny. Yeah, man.
Crazy. That's a child.
Oh, she is, bro. That's wild.
Get him out of here.
But then we got Cloak and Dagger. We got Winter Soldier, and we got
That's
just
who your idol was.
as of today is Loki.
Hey.
But yeah, man.
How many you got, Lord, right?
I got one Lord. I don't play enough.
Who you got, Lord?
Who is it?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
Of course.
So I have 2 Lords. A Squirrel Girl and Moon Knight.
Yeah. So you got the. Oh yeah, you did that right after we played last. Well, not last, but before last.
But I have several Centurions.
Yeah.
I do have a few Centurions as well.
So who do y'all feel will be your next Lord?
Probably
Storm.
Thor.
Storm's gonna be my next
I'm
Lord.
really close with Thor. Then probably Squirrel Girl.
Nice. Yeah, my next is definitely without a doubt Doctor Strange. Very close, like 200 points away.
From Lord?
God damn. How much do you play, bro? Wait, first question. What rank are you right now?
I'm what's after gold? Plat 2. Plat 2.
Like, are you playing like competitive or are you playing like quick play as well?
I go back between, so I do the system, but once I lose 2, I go to quick play, and then hop back in once I feel like it. But I don't. This is my main driver, bro. I'm just playing.
Do you play more quick play or more comp?
I actually play more comp, but I'll go to quick play to like start a new character, and then once I feel comfortable, start taking them into comp.
Do you gain points and stuff for?
You still?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you still earn the
I
points.
thought it was just in comp.
Nah. That's game wide. You can play any game.
But honestly, I've been starting to get more diverse in Marvel's period because of course they got the Doom match. We've done that, but I've started playing Conquest because it's just like
I love Conquest.
Yeah, man.
I played that from day one.
Yeah, I didn't. This is recent as
It's
of
just
like
straight
last
up fight.
week.
It's
Straight
like,
kill.
It's like a kill confirmed.
Yes.
So they drop orbs and you gotta collect them. It's
beautiful.
a ticker.
And you would think that you would load up like Doom match, like, oh, ain't nobody running healers or what? Nah, you can run a good squad. I've seen full squads like function as a team in Conquest. They lost still, but they played as a team.
Damn. See, I used to get a lot of my gaming in at night. Now, like late night. Now, bro, once 11, 12 o'clock hit, bro, I'm dead. I remember I used to have a good session from like 11 to 1 or like 10:30 to 1. Them were the days.
Gotta get back to it, bro. Get back to
Hell
it.
nah. That'd be 4.5 hours of sleep a night. I can't function off of that. I'll be falling asleep in class, bro.
That's my normal. I can't even lie.
I can't do it no more.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 maybe. But that's me, bro. That's my hours. That's all I need. Actually, if I sleep, whenever I get 8 hours, bro, 9 hours, I wake up feeling sick.
Oh, I wake up feeling so refreshed.
Nah, I get a headache. I got a stomach ache.
Oh, no,
it's
bro.
weird. Something wrong with me,
I
dog.
be feeling so good. Then by like 9, 10 o'clock the next day, I be tired. I be ready to go to bed. Then I can wake up earlier. It's just last year I was cool getting up super early because we was working out like doing early morning workouts. So it was nothing like cool. Whatever, let's go. But now that I got to, and it's dead of April, and I don't get an off day again till like next month. I'm like, bro, good lord. But what I said I'm gonna start doing is try to take a nap for the days I do get off a little early, instead of trying to or cook or clean or do something in the midst. So that way I'm not as tired when I get back home. It's stuff. So just trying to switch some things up. And been sticking to my nightly routine as well. But yeah, bro, gaming, I need to get back to it.
Real quick sidebar, man. I'm just curious. Could y'all, like, if they was like, hey, we getting rid of daylight saving times, that's stupid, would y'all care?
Yes, because it affects a lot of stuff.
It's gonna throw it off. Eventually, in a few years, the night gonna be day and the day gonna be night.
Yeah, in like 12 years.
That's how that works.
Yes.
That's why they keep moving it back.
Yes, bro. You never realized that?
I did not.
And moving it forward.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep the sunrise and sunset around the same time.
Yeah, that way cool. It really started during slavery time, so they can only work during the day. Right. So they would. That's why we started having daylight savings. So we have more time out in the fields.
Man, I knew about that, but at the same time, definitely figured that once the season just comes back around,
it's gonna be.
But now it's yeah. Okay, all right.
Like, can you imagine? Like, oh man, that'd be so weird.
That would. Well, I honestly.
And then what would be the purpose of time at that point?
I'm not gonna lie. I've been at a point in my life where I've been there, bro. Because it's just like really quick into like overnight work, but then I wouldn't go to sleep. And yeah, bro,
it's different.
It's different. It's that and it's depressing.
Yes,
I'll tell you that right now.
Nothing's open.
Nothing's open.
You're usually at home. I did that when I was working in the oil field. Like,
it sucks so bad.
I'd sleep like during the day, like from like, I don't know, 4:30, like 9, 4:30, 10. Then I'll get up, go back to the shop around 10:30, 11, be there till about 4, 5 in the morning. Come back home, it'd be like 6, 7. I'd be like, bro, what do I do?
Yep.
Hop on the game, go get something to eat. By 12 o'clock, I'm like, bro, I'm tired. Start shutting it down.
But see, that's your difference, especially if you was like by yourself, bro. At that time, I was still just here. People just like, yo, what's up? What you got?
Oh yeah, I was by myself. I was solo dolo. I had no dog,
bro.
It was just me and my thoughts.
I was out of whack, boy. I was out of whack at the time. Oh man, let's get into these shows real quick, man.
Oh yes, can we please?
Yeah, man. So, actually,
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
We got to.
So how y'all feel overall?
Fisk is one of my favorite characters in the superhero show space. Between him and I would say, yeah, him. He's probably my favorite villain. Between Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, like that whole spiel, he is hands down my favorite character, bro. One of my favorite characters. Like the way he speaks, it feels like he's always like angry at the same time, but like it's like he has a speech impediment, but it's not really a speech impediment. He's trying to calm himself down so he can like say what he got to say without like blowing a top off.
Yeah.
But he's so gangster, bro. When he had old boy popped off at the end of that episode, he sitting there slicing his beef. I was like, oh, he's about to get him. I said, you know what? Fisk had this set up for all along. He's such a player, bro.
I was like, ain't no way.
No way. I was like, oh, he got him. And I was like, because I remember him going to that spot from the previous season. It's like, oh, maybe she really did drop him on him because she don't really mess with him like that.
Nah, as soon as she sent the location, I was like, oh, he about to die.
Oh, he's about to die. Yeah,
but I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be like he was gonna try, failed attempt. He's gonna kill him. Then she was gonna be like, I knew you was gonna be able to take care of it, but I want you to know that I'm upset. You know, that's what I had in my head.
That's what I thought it was going.
Yeah, but
but when I saw him pop up, he was like, oh, and call. What's her name again? Agatha? No, Vanessa. Vanessa. Oh, and ask Vanessa if she would like to previously her to eat. I'm like, God, right, he's so big, bro. His hands, his ball, bro. He reminds me of Fisk. I really enjoyed the Spider-Man animated series, bro. Fisk was that dude, bro. Fisk was playing, and I feel like he's represented. Oh, and Penguin, Colin Farrell.
I would say a close third would be. I like the second main villain in Luke Cage.
Diamondback.
Yeah, you didn't like Diamondback?
He's a loud nigga.
Ray, what was your thoughts, man?
You're laughing because you know I'm right.
Yeah. So, this last episode of Daredevil, it was cool. I feel like they taking their sweet time.
Yeah.
Ramping things up.
It's supposed to be 18 episodes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a long season, bro.
We'll see. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. But we'll see.
How's she feel about it?
I mean, I like it. It's just moving slow for me, bro. Like this episode, it was good.
How is it slow? Explain. Because a lot happened.
What's a lot?
Fisk put together a whole task force.
That was last episode.
Yeah. Putting it together was.
That was last episode.
We finally get to see the task force.
They didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Because of
Daredevil
whole fight scene, choreography, and all that.
Weak as hell.
Oh, bro,
comparatively,
weak.
yes.
That shit was weak.
He been breaking bones and stuff.
That shit was weak.
He shot the whole pole through his whole shoulder, bro.
That shit was
and
weak.
pulled him back and was whipping his ass.
That shit was weak.
Man, y'all demand way too much, bro.
Hey, man.
Hey, we demand what was expected. They set the expectation.
And it was beautiful.
Honestly.
Hey, how do you have more restraint for a serial killer than for? Well, they were crooked cops. They weren't.
Those bank robbers. He told that nigga knee off.
There you go. But you know what I mean? Yeah, that's perfect. Because I was like, where do the cops fall? Because obviously, but at the same time, they never were explicitly.
They trying to keep it on their P's and Q's because they trying to keep it political. Like you can't really move on them like that because he's still luring up. Like I don't know, bro. I feel like the whole thing with Muse and him going back to her, that was a good storyline. That was the best part of the episode.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly, it was just that setup.
Please don't hurt me.
I know you're thinking one thought. Can I make it to the door? That was good. That was good.
And I think one of y'all asked about like how was he able to keep up with Daredevil. I was like, he's probably had training.
Yeah, Taekwondo.
He killed a Taekwondo master.
Yeah,
within 3 months.
Yeah. When they get enough to hang with Daredevil though.
I mean, makes sense now.
Okay, so what else happened?
Fisk.
What about him?
Taking credit for killing Muse when it wasn't Muse, it wasn't him. Him forcing his newly organized police fighting crime unit to lie and be like, "Yo, this is what I want you to do." And the black man for sure didn't feel comfortable, but he gonna keep his mouth closed and say what Fisk say do because he ain't trying to lose his position.
But see,
and then old boy inside,
not even really lose his position, bro. He was chosen because he's willing to do those things. It's not even about losing his position.
But it was
okay, cool.
But it wasn't like he was with it either. He looked.
I don't think that's what it was. I think he was just thrown off by he didn't expect it.
Correct.
But that's the way I took it. That's why he was chosen for that task force.
You think so?
Because they all with it. Yeah, right. He's the worst of the worst. Niggas that constantly break and bend the law. So I'm thinking he was surprised
that he's doing that.
That's what he wanted.
Okay,
but that down with it, yeah, for sure.
That could definitely be an interpretation. I didn't see that.
I don't really. In the list of episodes that we've had, this is definitely at the top, but it ain't the best.
Yeah,
and it wasn't. And that's why I said they're moving slow for me.
So what would it make this better for you?
I know one thing. So I'm not going to lie. When Fisk was like, nah, let him go ahead, send the task force, right? I thought this was going to be just a crazy situation where he's up against them and the task force.
Yes.
That would have made
it better. I think that's what I'm pointing to when I say they're moving slow. Because it's like, you got the task force, they created. Okay, we got a situation where y'all need to respond, and we know Daredevil's going to be there. But then nothing happens. So it's like, I get it.
Well, they didn't know he was going to be there. They didn't know Daryl was going to be there. When they pulled up, one of the guys saw the windows busted up, but they didn't know that going into.
Why would you call the anti-vigilante task force to deal with a mass murderer?
Because the whole idea behind was mask. People running around in masks.
100% he was going to be there because remember they caught him at the crime scene and he reported back to Fisk that he was just there.
Right.
They did know he was going to be there. That's why he sent the team.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, he was definitely here." Fisk didn't ask, "Was anybody else there?" He was like, "No." He was like, "He was definitely here."
See, I don't think they knew that he was at the scene of the crime.
And then hold on,
but I don't think they knew that he was going to be there at the apartment.
That was the whole reason why they sent the anti-vigilante task force. Otherwise, just send the SWAT team. Why are you sending the task force that handles vigilantes?
Because when the lady came and told Fisk about the background of old boy, Fisk said, "Don't worry, I'll handle it from here." And he sent his own personal people to go deal with Muse because he wants to be looked at by the city as somebody who
in that
takes,
same episode.
action.
They already revealed that Fisk is doing all of this as a personal vendetta to Daredevil.
Correct.
He's just masking it under his mayoral duties. And using his mayoral power to enact a personal vendetta because he fucked up his business.
Yeah,
he 100% knew that nigga was gonna be there.
Dead ass.
This is smart.
And you got to remember too, he knows that's the therapist, right? He's undercover with the therapist. So once he said that, they're never gonna go save his girl. He about to go save his girl. Let me send my boys to go. Yes, bro. Because why else would they already know and report without being asked? Yeah, he was here. He was definitely here. He didn't ask. No questions, bro. That was an objective.
Even if they didn't know, he was going to be Fisk knew. And that's why he sent them. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, it's just moving slow for me. That's all. I'm not saying it was bad.
It's not bad, but it is.
It's just moving slow.
Yeah.
What would have made that episode better is if they caught him and he had to get his way out of that
and fight his way out
and fight them cops. That would have been dope. Because then that would have progressed the show. Like, oh, we've had a run-in with Daredevil. We will not stand for this. And then shit ramps up. Which I'm sure is coming, but they just moving slow for me, bro.
Because at the rate that it's going, it doesn't feel like
18
the
episodes.
final clash is going to be Daredevil and the Task Force. Like I see the Task Force, like I see Muse. Honestly, they have a big universe. They've introduced people in all these other shows and in Daredevil. I feel like we need a good, at least B tier bad, bro. Stop giving us these C tier people for Daredevil. I mean, not even stop giving us these C tier. Like he went straight up with Fist in season 1. So that's why I'm glad the Muse stuff. That is one positive. I'm glad Muse is dead. I'm glad that this is over and that he will not be featured as a piece in any further episodes. Because Daredevil deserves a better fight than Muse.
Yep. But I'm enjoying it. So you don't think 18 is gonna happen? I think 18 is gonna happen.
I mean, I think that was the original plan because I know what you're talking about, but that was a version that got scrapped. I do think that they probably tamed that number a bit.
12.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be 12. Is my guess.
I'm leaning towards 10.
How many do we have right now? 8?
7.
I think it's gonna be 9.
It's gonna be 10. It's gonna be 10.
It's gonna be 9. They better not. I hate odd
because they're good for that. Well, how many episodes did we get of X-Men?
10.
10?
Or was it 12?
I don't remember.
I think it was 10. I think it'll be 9 or 10.
It's me 10. My money's on 10. 12 the most though. They won't do 9. That's weird.
It'll be better than Doom. Anyways.
It really would.
How many did Dune have? 5?
6. I was gonna say 6 weak ass episodes, but they wasn't weak. They were fantastic.
You just scorned.
Yeah, bro.
I ain't like her anyway. What other shows y'all got, man? Did y'all talk about Solo Leveling?
I was just about to say, we got to. That was the season finale.
Yep,
man.
Young Beru.
I'm a little hurt. I don't want it to be over per usual.
I just hate the fact that we gotta wait 2 years.
Yeah, man.
So,
wait, what?
Yeah, they're talking about 2028.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
early 28. Yeah, bro.
I was just finna say I heard y'all gotta wait a long time.
Yeah, 2 years.
I thought I had to wait a long time with Spider-Man, Spider-Verse. That's a while.
2 years, bro. But we waited what? A year and a half for season 2 of Solo Leveling? No, it was about the same time.
You sure?
Yeah, the first season came out. I was still in Austin. And I've been here for 2 years. Come summer. So I think it was a good 2 years, bro.
When did I first find Solo Leveling? That's a good question.
I'm about to do the research.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember where I was living when I discovered season 1 of Solo Leveling. That's crazy.
Oh, I was wrong. Season 1 was January 7th to March 31st, 2024.
Okay, so and season 2 came this year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
What the hell?
I heard about it. That's right. I started reading it and I was like, no, I'm gonna watch this. Yeah. So we got a little ways, but we get so much more, bro.
One Piece.
One Piece is coming back.
One Piece is coming back, baby.
No, 2 episodes. April.
2
Isn't that
episodes.
this Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, one comes out Saturday. Well, I think it's either Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. Episodes back to back. We also get Fire Force season 3 tomorrow. We also get
That's tomorrow?
April 3rd, April 4th, tomorrow, Friday. Today's the 2nd. We get Devil May Cry.
So it comes out Friday.
I can't remember if it's the 3rd or the 4th.
Okay.
I know Devil May Cry comes out the 3rd, so that's tomorrow. That comes out tomorrow. There's a bunch. The My Hero, the new My Hero
spinoff. Yeah,
the spinoff Vigilance comes out this weekend.
Is it Vigilance or Vigilante?
Yeah, Vigilante. That comes out this weekend. There's a couple more. I saved it. Did I send it to y'all?
You did send it to us, but you named everything that we like are into. You might, see some highlight.
I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Me too,
I need more. I need to understand what a monarch is. I know people have read about it, and I'm really tempted to read it, but I really want to wait so I can be excited about the animation aspect of it. But knowing me, I'm going to get tired of waiting, and I'm going to read it. So
knowing that it's 2 years, I'm definitely going to end up going down the rabbit hole, bro. Because I already know more than I should. Like, honestly, Solo Leveling, because a lot of people say that the story is like really shallow, but first of all, actually living through both seasons and then looking at some of the stuff that's coming, this actually gets very deep, bro. Like, there's a very deep drive to why things are happening. So I'm very excited. And like how much it connects is crazy. Like for it to change so drastically is crazy that it still goes back to his first dungeon. So, and man, super, super excited for what they got. But that 2 years, that hurts, that stinks. But I was shocked that he pulled Beru, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that's definitely happening. He handled him with ease.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you spoke.
Yes, he's the general now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that was, and you saw how he was taking out ants. I was like,
easily. And then we came out on the dragon. I forgot the dragon's name.
And that's what I wanted to tell you. Like, I don't need to tell you like any spoilers. Just literally think about how strong he is and how strong his army is, and there are still threats.
Yeah, that's insane.
It makes no sense.
It makes us, like, numbers wise, that's insane.
Yeah, man, that's
because he got all them ants too, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he did, because that's when he was like, don't tell anybody what you saw here today. That's when he raised. Oh, and I kind of hate that he released the old boy. Like, I get it. That's kind of soft.
I would have loved it if he had kept him, but I get him releasing it because that's like an automatic healer,
bro. That's what I'm saying. You don't have one of those in your
party. You don't have one of them, and that for the S rank on top of that.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
I would have kept him. Hey, bro, fuck your feelings.
Hey, it's funny. He could have been like, I'm gonna dismiss him, and then just like put him in the shadow.
And I actually dismissed him.
Put him in his inventory.
That would have been hilarious, though. I'd have been like, thank you. Smart. Right. Smart.
Man. But yeah, man. So Leveling, great time. I kind of wish we didn't talk about it just so I wouldn't know that I have to wait for 2 years. Like, you don't know how much that's messing me up in the head, dog.
You'll be all right. Plenty more to get into. Did you ever finish Fire Force?
No, still working
on
it.
What are you doing, bro?
The new season comes out.
You've had plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
So apparently, I'm playing Marvel Rivals.
Wait.
Apparently.
He's like, what are you doing? Apparently, I'm playing Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, Mr. Quad Lord.
Yeah. Hey, man, that Lord don't mean nothing, man. That means you gotta. I would say that doesn't mean that you're good at the character. It means that at this point you have to use these abilities, like show this proficiency in these abilities. That don't mean that you top tier. They should add another layer on top of the characters, because I did discover today that once you go Lord with a character, your points still keep ticking up. So it's like if you wanted to see somebody's like Lord level, that is a thing you can do and like see the difference of how many times did you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their different requirements to get the points. But I do feel like they should add another layer of complexity to show that like, nah, I really am that person. Besides the skins, of course, there are some skins that like you can only get those based off. But they should do more of those. That'd be cool.
I found the rest of them. Go-Go Ranger Loser is coming up next week.
Uninterested.
I'm actually going to pick it up and see how the second season goes. Lazarus is something I'm very interested in.
That's a must watch for me. I've seen the trailer.
Very interested in.
Yeah.
They say it's supposed to give Cowboy Bebop
exactly same
vibes.
No, not vibes. It's made from the people.
Same people, yeah.
Yes.
Windbreaker season 2 comes out in a couple of days as well. Like, there's a lot of good animes coming out, bro, for this quick little season that we're gonna have. So I'm excited for it. It's another one called Sword of Demon Hunter. It's supposed to be pretty good.
I was curious on that one.
And then there's one more. I can't find it. I'm gonna find it, but it's supposed to be pretty good. Shangri-La season 3.
So that's good.
I've enjoyed it. It's a good watch.
You ain't give me enough energy for that. I'll pass.
It's a good watch.
Got it. You got it. You wasn't hype enough on me, bro.
It's a good watch. It's not something to be like, I gotta go see this. It's a good watch. I put it on the level of Sakamoto Days. It's a good watch.
I want another season of Shield Hero, bro. That show was great.
I couldn't get past like the first 2 episodes.
Oh, you sleep.
Yeah.
And to me, the first season was the best.
Yeah, I couldn't get past it.
Like what? Name an old girl.
Yeah, I can't get past it, bro.
Man, that show was awesome, man. I want to hear how many of our listeners are Shield Hero fans, man, because ain't nothing wrong with Shield Hero.
Last thing I want to talk about on the gaming anime front. Did y'all see the new scroll side by side Marvel Invasions that has like the art style of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 game that's coming out? You even replied to it. You said Marvel was deep in the bag.
I was gonna say because okay, so now I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, that is fire.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to these playoffs.
Shout out to the Houston Rockets for getting the 50 wins and clinching their playoff berth for the first time since the 2019-2020 season. It's been a long 6 years.
It's been a long time. But we back. Potentially may play either the Warriors. I think we're actually going to end up playing Memphis Grizzlies, to be honest. I think that's going to happen. They're going to fall back down to like 7th seed. They're going to be in the play-in. So I'm excited, bro. We got about 5 games left. Against tough opponents, all playoff opponents. Potential first-round matchup. So we'll see what we made of here in the next couple of days and see if we're ready for this. I think we will be, but time will tell, as they say. You got anything else, Ray, on the sports end?
Shout out to Email Doka. Shout out to Jalen Green. Shout out to Auburn Shingle. Shout out to Dylan Brooks. Shout out to Fred Van Fleet. Shout out to Amin Thompson. Shout out to Tari Eason. Shout out to Jabari Smith Jr. Shout out to Steven Adams. Shout out to Jock Landale. Shout out to Aaron Holiday. Shout out to Jayshawn Tate. And shout out to Cam Whitmore. Shout out to Reed Shepard. Shout out to Houston, Texas. Shout out to the Toyota Center. And shout out
to Dyken Park.
Hey, shout out to China Garden for getting their boy right every time.
Shout out to China Garden, bro, for holding it down all season. It's playoff time.
I need y'all to get them egg rolls right.
Right.
Hey, bro, real talk, though. They need to change that back to Minute Maid, bro. That Dyken sign ain't got no drip to it,
I haven't seen it yet. Is it bad?
It's bad, and it's tiny.
I'm not going to call that Dyken. It's still going to be Minute Maid. People going to get mad, upset. Don't care. I'm calling it Minute Maid. Mama called it Minute Maid. Oh, my God.
I'm going to call you by your mama name. What else we got, y'all? We moving on to the grinding of those gears.
Yes, sir. Ray, what you got? You say you're going to save it for us.
What grinds my gears is when I'm playing Marvel Rivals and I'm in comp. Then it's time to choose your hero or villain. I'm not judging. When it's time, when it's time to pick your character, bro, it's like it'll be 2 DPS picked, 1 tank, and 1 healer picked.
And you gotta go fill in the last spot.
No. Because I insta lock because I know who I want to play with as soon as I load the game up. Like I have an idea. So my thing is, if you're last to pick, you should
balance
pick,
the scales.
Yeah, you should pick what's necessary to the team. You don't have the option of playing with what you want to play this game, and that's okay.
Because you pick last.
Dead ass.
Yes. If we have 2 DPS, a healer, and a tank, and there's 2 open spots, we don't need both of y'all to also pick DPS.
Well, what if I'm a better DPS player than the other player?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So it all matters about who picks what first.
Well,
it should.
I don't think it should.
I
don't think it should.
I would say this: team comp is a lot more complex, and my thing is, I actually hate when people are hard locked in the mindset of yes, we need 2 healers, we need 2 DPS, and 2 tanks. You don't have to do 2-2-2, bro. But when you do the different things, you still have to have a game plan of what makes that work. Usually there's a discussion, or you getting you hitting a whole lot of what do you call the team ups and stuff like that. But other than that, if there's 1 healer, then yeah, it's not like somebody need to move. That don't make no sense. Don't choose DPS. It's not gonna be there's no such thing as solo healing that's gonna be successful. That's not gonna work.
Right.
Or they pick random ass characters and they're like, bro, just because you picked fucking what's the dude?
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist first don't mean you get to stay locked in the Iron Fist when the whole team is like, yo, what are we doing? We don't need Iron Fist. Can you switch up?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a balancing act.
So how do you think that's fair? How do you think making mid-match adjustments is fair, but not expecting somebody to fill in roles as necessary is not?
Well, I'm not saying people should fill in roles as necessary. I'm just saying
but you were saying what if that person is better at DPS than everybody else? And I was like, it doesn't matter. You pick last, so you should play with what's necessary right now.
Nah, because just because you pick first, I mean you get to stay that person. What if your game loaded up before mine did, and you're able to select the character before I did?
That's the way the cookie crumbles. Do you want to win the game, or you want to have an ego? That's my whole issue. It's because we got 2 DPS, we got a tank and a healer. Okay, somebody else picks a DPS. Why would you then pick another DPS?
Because
that doesn't make sense.
Because just like how you wanted to play a character, I want to play a character.
But
it goes both ways.
That's not the point of the game.
The point of the game is
play the character you want to play.
The point of the game is to have the best team possible with your ability. So if I'm a player and I strictly play DPS and I come in and let's say I pick last.
That's a part of the problem.
Hold on. Let's say I end up picking last, but I'm my only. But I play DPS the best. I'm not gonna go pick a healer because the team needs a healer. I'm gonna say, hey y'all, I play DPS. This is what I'm good with. Who anybody else can play anything different versus just going automatically saying, oh, I think this is what the team needs.
That's literally a part of the problem.
Yeah, it is part of the problem.
What is?
I get what you're saying, but it is part of the problem.
How is that part of the problem?
Because that is not the point of the game. You have there's some things you just gotta do, bro. You
should have multiple characters in each class.
That's what I'm saying.
You can play with.
But what I'm saying is just because you pick first doesn't mean you get to say this is what I'm gonna do and you can't budge off of it.
But it does because you picked first. You're locked. So now you go to your other character. You go to your other character. That's why I knew.
As a person that picks last, it's selfish as hell to see that the team needs another healer and to say I'm not gonna do it. That's selfish, and you're gonna lose. So what's the point of playing that?
But it's selfish just for the first person who picked the.
No, it's not.
No, it's just
I was
as selfish.
Here first, and I decided who I wanted to play as.
But if the whole team decides to do a different type of comp, it's unfair to the other teammates because you want to pick first. Then you
it's not even about picking first. I was paying attention.
Right, I'm about to say because like you said,
it's not even about paying attention. Because sometimes I'll load up and some of the other people's game will load up faster than mine. I don't get mad or upset that they locked up. But if I look at the composition of the team that we have, and I realize, we don't really fucking need a hey, Hawkeye, bro, like, can you like hop off of Hawkeye? Like, can we go somewhere else?
That's a different conversation. Honestly.
And I was going to say, like, even thinking how you're thinking, like, yeah, you came in there thinking exactly who you want to play, right? And you came in, you didn't lock first. Somebody else got exactly who you want to play with. Now what you going to do? Quit?
You going to ask them to get off your character?
No, I'm going to pick somebody else. I don't mind doing it. But what I'm saying is, just because you pick first doesn't mean that you have to stand on who you pick.
Picking first means I knew who I wanted. I went straight there and I beat whoever else.
I know exactly who I want to play. Doesn't mean I always pick first.
Huh?
There's only a problem with the only problem I see with what you're saying about picking first is if somebody else also wants to play that character.
No, bro. Okay, take for example, we load in the game. We got one healer. We in the waiting room now. Everybody's character's out of the selection screen, but you still hadn't picked. You see what everybody has.
Yep.
You see what's available and what we need as a team to succeed, and you completely ignore that to play who you want to play.
It goes the same thing for everybody else.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
At the very least, the
Don't make sense.
If everybody picks who they want to pick, and then you get this shit ass team composition, somebody's gonna have to switch up so y'all can have a better composition because everybody wants to play a particular player. So it doesn't matter if you pick first or if you pick last.
Wouldn't that onus be on the person that picked last? Because you see what's necessary.
It's just as accountability for the first person who picked to the last person.
No, it's not, Brian. That doesn't even make sense. Brother, if we have 2 DPS already, and we got the 2 tanks covered already, and we're paying attention as a team, and there's 2 other knuckleheads that ain't paying attention, and then when we load into the game, they also pick DPS. That's a problem. That's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yes, it is.
I'm getting on the mic and I'm cussing.
Because we already have established that, okay, you pick this person and you pick this person. Cool, we don't have any DPS. And nobody's picked a DPS. So I'll pick a DPS. And then you pick a DPS. Well, you weren't paying attention. I'm sorry. We need 2 healers. Pick a healer. You gotta play healer this game. That's too bad. It's a team sport, bro. That doesn't make sense.
The definition of team is being able to be adjustable, right? So adjust to what we need. So just like how you holding the last person being picked, holding them accountable, you gotta hold.
No, I don't.
1.
No, I don't.
You're wild.
Pick 3.
I don't.
You're
yes,
wild.
You do.
No, I don't.
Because what happens if you load into the game, right? And you got 4 DPS players, and the last 2 people are ready to pick. You mad at them because they didn't go healer or they didn't go tank?
Yep.
Definitely.
That's crazy.
Because you see what's necessary.
Because then I'm getting on the mic like, yo, we can't do that, yo.
That's crazy.
You guys came as 4 DPS.
You saw what was necessary,
That's
and you
crazy.
said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna force somebody else to
It's
adjust."
already 4 DPS.
Right, it's already 4. So why would you continue to pick a DPS? Why would you continue to make that pick?
So somebody else gotta make a pick.
No, you make it. You work here.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Like what?
Hey. Let me say this.
Thing.
Ryan
so the last
has,
person to pick should adjust to the team.
Ryan has a right.
We're already here as a team. The team is being composed.
Hey, everything that Ryan said actually is valid. In motherfucking quick play.
I understand what he's saying. I understand because he's talking about making the adjustment. You can make the adjustment you see what's being
the only
picked.
person that's held liable for making the adjustment is the last person who picks.
Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Because honestly,
going into the match, yes. Now, once we start playing and then we see what they have and then we're going to make adjustments to counter, that's a different story. Yeah. That's a different argument. Yeah. I'm talking about walking out there with fucking 4 DPS, 1 healer, and 1 tank. That is stupid.
That's stupid. For those 4 people to pick all DPS that pick first. That's stupid.
Whoever picks.
That's stupid.
Because it happens that way too. It happens.
It's stupid.
I pick a DPS, somebody else pick a DPS, and then 2 more people pick a DPS. We got 4 DPS guys.
Somebody gonna have to change. 1 through 4 gonna have to change. Or you can't expect 1 through 4 is gonna have to change over. You can't expect to be like, hey, since you're picking 5, you have to be the one that changes.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be the simplest way to do it. I'll be paying attention to pick order. I'll be like, yo, you pick last, bro. It should be you. I'll be like that all the time.
Oh, see, nah, because the idea is you should be able to pick healer, tank, or DPS, regardless of when you pick. So regardless if you pick first or last.
The argument I'm making is that let's say back to that situation where 4 DPSs were picked initially, and it's still 2 open spots.
Yeah.
What I'm arguing is, why would your dumbass, as the 5th pick another DPS?
For the same reason why 1 through 4 pick the DPS. It's the same reason why 1 through 4 pick
because
DPS.
you have to. And I would say this, bro. Like character selection. That's phase 1 of the game. That's part of the game. And
it
negotiating that shit. Because I see a lot of times too, like, hey, bro, like, let me have that. I'm Lord on that. Oh, okay, like, you negotiate that shit out. So you're working with all of the information. At all points of this game, you're supposed to work with all the information you get. Because this game gives you a lot of information. And the character selection screen is one of those. You have to respect seeing the lock-in. Because, like, we keep on saying order like it's not a process to lock in. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, they'll even like, they pick the character, but they don't lock in because they like, this is what I'm thinking about. This is what I'm presenting. So what
and everybody can see and everybody can pick according.
Right.
Or sometimes some people will go like, I've had one team where somebody will show Thor, go back, show like Bucky, go back, show like Loki, go back.
Yeah.
And then everybody picks who they think they should be that particular match. Because on different maps, I play different people.
But no, to raise points, like I said, it's a process, right? So by the time you're locking in, yes, you're right. At that point, at least one person fucked up.
But what I'm saying is, I don't agree. It's on the onus on the last person to make it right. That's what I'm saying. The last person picking. Should it be their responsibility to be like, okay, fuck, I'll do this.
Because what made them last?
Y'all want to go DPS?
What made them last?
I'll do that.
You're acting like we're in line. We're not in line, and there's a lock-in process.
There is, and sometimes people be thinking who they want to play.
What I'm saying making sense? Because technically, you're last because you want to be last, and you're doing that because you're stupid. The time. I mean, yeah, not all the time, but
all the time.
Whatever the situation, you were last. You saw that we did the work and had started to make a comprehensive team. Why would you fuck up the flow of that?
Exactly.
I don't think the onus is on them.
It 100%
it's on the team.
Is.
No, it's not on the team. It is on them, bro.
You're a part of the team. You see what team we have so far. Mm-hmm. So pick what we need. Okay, I see that you have picked Squirrel Girl. I see you have picked Spider-Man. I see you have picked Venom. I see you have picked Penny. Huh. Who should I pick? I think I'll pick Namor.
No.
They gotta
Black
be worse.
Widow.
Black Widow. Yeah, God, bro.
I had an argument with somebody on the game the other day about picking Black Widow. I said, bro, are you serious? You going with Black Widow? Oh, he sucked.
Hey, y'all want to know something funny as shit? I forgot to tell y'all about this. Hold up. Yo, I was in a match, competitive. This dude was the first to pick Black Widow, but they a lord. It messed everybody's head up. They like, dog. It's like
still not good.
It's like, bro, please switch, bro. Like, but are you cold? Like, are you cold?
Lord,
and then it's like, I mean, I'm Lord, right?
Duh,
nigga, that was hot garbage.
That's time served.
And I was just like, yo, how did you have enough time to get Lord
served
on Black Widow, bro? Like that. How did you find the time?
Why did you find it enjoyable?
Because you only get one set of points for time played. The other ones you have to, you know what I'm saying, hit your ability. This is like, yo, because you ain't playing like you hit that shit. So you must have just been playing that for a long time since day one, huh?
Well, it's normally like one ability, right, that they make you do. Because it's time, kills,
and then it'll be something based off your role, damage, and then something based off your character.
No, it's time, kills, damage, then an ability.
When you said damage,
hit.
That's based off of your role. That's why I'm saying, because it's not always damage.
Oh, sometimes it's heals.
Because it's strange, it's damage blocked with my shield.
Got it.
Right.
So it changes.
Exactly.
Got you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
And
then the last one is a certain ability.
That's what grinds my gears, bro.
I feel that.
I know we disagree. I feel like pick what's necessary. It's a team game. Play it within the team structure.
Amen. And I'm with you on that.
Because I started to do that. Like, if I see somebody Like I'll insta lock no more, and then the team will play out. And nobody will pick. What's her face? Luna Snow. I'll just change. Oh, y'all got a Magneto bit. I'll play Scarlet.
Right.
That's fine. Or we had down a healer. That's fine. I'll play Invisible Woman. I'll play the game of Invisible Woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit cool. But yeah, man, don't stop the one trick pony stuff, bro. Y'all gotta
get better, bro.
Get good at multiple classes, dog.
For sure.
Multi-pow.
I actually want them to add like a mode that like works with that structure. It's just like you load in and you don't have a choice, or you can only choose.
It randomizes your
yeah.
They did that with Overwatch and it killed the player base.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, are you talking about the
roll queue? It's called roll queue.
How would do that though?
It has its benefits, but
that's what I'm saying. Just add the mode. It doesn't have to take over.
They said they're not going to do it for Marvel Rivals.
I would love that.
Yeah, they said they're not going to introduce that roll queue.
Well, cause see, I saw roll queue as just like I want to play. Like you load in and you already know that I'm playing DPS because I loaded in.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
I was saying like to have it randomly assign you like in this mode. Like, hey, so out of these 3 people are this, and then y'all have to choose one of these, but that's the only choices y'all got. I would love for Marvel Rivals to do something like that. Show who like did their homework with these characters and stuff. It'll be fun.
Takes time. What you got for Grandma Gears, buddy?
Man, short and sweet, dog. I have hit critical mass the other day. I got out of breath putting on my seatbelt, dog. So yeah, we've made some life changes, and I expect better soon. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because it was like I kept missing. Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
You know, feel like I pulled something on my shoulder too. No, this is pathetic. It's like, nah.
I get it, dog. Grinds my gears. These YNs. I had a young man today tell me they were the last group to leave out of the cafeteria. I said, hey man, y'all come on, y'all gotta go to class. All right, dog, we coming down. Say, man, make sure y'all grab y'all trash too off the table. It was 3 of them with 3 trays. That's not my trash. I said, dog, I seen y'all sitting there this whole time. Just grab the trash and throw it in the trash on y'all way out. We got trash cans everywhere. Just pick one. Ain't that what janitors for? I said, dog, you really about to sit here and argue with me about your trifling ass? Pick up the trash and throw it away. What your mama gonna say? Stop being trifling, dog. Oh, ain't that why they pay the janitors? I said, no. They don't pay the janitors to pick up after you. Are you a child? You a toddler? Then they got embarrassed. And they finally grabbed it. I'm like, bro, y'all are horrible. Y'all are trash. Yeah, that really irritated me. Like, I had to, like, not raise my voice, but like, hey, little nigga, grab the damn trash, bro. Come on. But yeah, these young kids, different.
All right, man.
But as the night grows later, we enjoy our time together. Let us all say amen.
Amen Thompson.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go Rockets.
We can't wait till we get in this playoffs, dog. We gonna show the world, bro. I told y'all at the beginning of the year we gonna finish about 6th place. We finished 2nd, above my expectations.
50 wins and counting.
50 wins and counting, baby.
Me and Ryan have a bet, non-bet. That's gonna be either 52 or 53 wins.
I think we'll get to 53.
I'm betting on 52.
I'm betting on 54.
I think we can get 54. If we get 54, I'll go into the playoffs very, very, very strong. 53, I feel good about us. But 54, because we played Lakers, Clippers, Denver, and 2 other teams I can't remember. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Oh, Warriors. So yeah, we got a nice little 5-game schedule coming up to end the year out.
Steph still out?
No, he's back.
No,
he just dropped 60. Actually, him and Jokic dropped 60 on the same night.
Dang.
Yeah, 61, 10, and 10. Steph, I think, had 60, 10, and 8.
I think it was 53.
No, she had 6. Steph had 60. Yeah, double check that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 52, 10.
Oh, 52?
Yeah.
Thought he had 60.
God damn, boy.
Thought he had 60. I thought I saw 60.
All right, y'all.
Love y'all. Peace. We got.
Peace.